Hello everyone, back tuning into the 21st Christmas update. So, we've done 20 Christmas updates so far. We're up to update number 21. We've got 25 to go, so we're on the final countdown to big day now. It'll be Christmas Eve a week tomorrow, so we really will be running out of Christmas updates very, very shortly. The last update, the 20th update, was probably the most interesting update that we've done so far this season, because that one was a cold one, a proper cold one, for the whole of the Christmas period. And it took to update number 20 to get it, but I can tell you that isn't maintained for this 21st Christmas update, so it looks like that was a bit of a one-off. But at least you did get to see a cold Christmas being forecast by the GFS model. So we're at website webcentral.de, and we're going to go through all of the days through the Christmas period. We're going to start off on the a week today, the day before Christmas Eve, 23rd of December. We're going to go right way through to New Year's Day. New Year's Day now is as far as we can go with the GFS, so we can cover the entire Christmas week now with the Christmas updates. And I'll get on it for you very shortly. I've got this cold, so I'll probably have to stop and have a cough. I'm going to sip my tea while I'm doing the Christmas update, and that'll soothe the airway a little bit. So hopefully we'll get through it. Big thank you to all of you for your messages, get well messages. As always, you're very, very kind. Don't forget, the Christmas shop is open, so you've still got time to do your Christmas shopping at Amazon. So I wouldn't leave it too much longer. There's enough time to get the presents out to you, but I wouldn't leave it too much longer now. We're barely a week away from Christmas Eve, so if you've got any Christmas shopping to do at Amazon between now and next week, you can do it through the Gavs Weather's Christmas shop. So you just click the green button that says Christmas page, and it'll take you through to our Christmas page, and from there you either use the search widget, search out whatever item you would like to buy, or you can click through the Amazon banners, go from Gazlo's to Amazon. Because you're going from Gazlo's to Amazon, where you get a revenue fee on the things that you're buying. A big thank you to everyone for doing that. So we're going to start off a week today on Sunday the 23rd of December. So the GFS tonight is forecasting us to have this southwesterly wind moving up across the country with high pressure down over France, central parts of Europe, and low pressure in the northern Atlantic. Now, there's going to be a weather front that's going to be in the middle there, and that could be producing some outbreaks of rain. Upper air temperatures are mild. We're pulling up a southwesterly wind, so mild air is coming up excuse me, from the middle of the Atlantic. Quite cloudy and damp. There's outbreaks of showery rain, particularly so for northern parts of the country. In the south, it's mainly dry, but it's mild, very mild, a week today. So temperatures still a little bit chilly across northern Scotland, but most parts of England, Wales, and Northern Ireland into double digits, somewhere between around 10 and 13 degrees Celsius. 13 Celsius is a very, very mild 55 Fahrenheit. That's Christmas Eve for this 21st Christmas update. Low pressure then starts to move out to the Norwegian Sea, and we've got a cold front that's pushing southwards, eastwards across the country, turning wind into a rather colder northwesterly. Excuse me again. So we see with the upper air temperatures that it's pretty mild still down in the south. We're just about hanging on to that mild air, but it is turning colder up in the north. In fact, we're bringing -5 Celsius isotherm into northern parts of Scotland, and so that could be producing a few wintry showers for northern and western parts of the country. There's a band of rain that's moving southwards and eastwards through Christmas Eve, probably giving quite a soggy Christmas Eve southern and southeastern parts of the country. Behind it turns brighter, clearer, drier, but also with showers, and those showers could turn wintry across northern Scotland. These are the temperatures still pretty mild on Christmas Eve in the southeast, around 10 or 11 degrees, so hanging on to the mild temperatures there. But further northwest, it's turning cooler, so northern England dropping down sort of 7s, 8s, 9s. Scotland and Northern Ireland looking quite chilly, really, at around 2 to 6. And then that takes us through to Christmas Day. Christmas Day on the 21st. Christmas update finds high pressure out to the west of the UK, and low pressure, deep area of low pressure, is across Scandinavia, and between the two we're putting down quite a cold northwesterly wind. We're close to putting down a proper northerly blast, but that's just being shoved off in towards Scandinavia, so we're on the periphery of it, but we are bringing down some pretty chilly air there on Christmas Day. Upper air temperatures show that the -5 Celsius iceberg is moving into central parts of the country. Behind that, it's genuinely cold. It could be pretty chilly ahead of it across England and Wales too. It's a mostly dry day. There could be wintry showers around northern, western facing coast, but most places actually forecast to have a dry day here. Maybe plenty of sunny spells as well, so really quite a nice Christmas day. And definitely a seasonably feeling Christmas Day as well. We start off pretty cold, frost across the northern parts of the country, probably just about frost-free down in the south, but certainly cool. And maximum temperatures through the day on Christmas Day itself, only up to around 5 or 6 degrees for England and Wales, so pretty chilly. And for Scotland and Northern Ireland, it's a little bit colder than that too. So a genuinely seasonable feeling Christmas Day. That's Boxing Day. The high pressure rain starts to move in across the country on Boxing Day from the west, so we cut off that northerly wind, but we're under an area of high pressure within pretty chilly air. There's the upper air temperature shown by -5 Celsius iceberg is across the eastern part of the country by there, but all places are looking quite chilly with those upper air temperatures. Because we're under high pressure, it's mostly dry, and there'll be plenty of sunny spells as well. But it's cold. There's a widespread frost being forecast for Christmas night. So, again, very seasonable feeling Christmas Day and Christmas night. We wake up on Boxing Day looking nice and crunchy and white from frost. And Boxing Day itself is a pretty cold day. Temperatures in the south, again, 4, 5, 6 degrees. In the north, it's colder than that. I'll just stop and have a little drink of my tea. And then we'll go on to 27th of December. So high pressure is still dominating the weather as we move out beyond Christmas Day and Boxing Day. We're up to 27th of December with high pressure sitting over the top of the country. Upper air temperatures are lifting up a bit, but they're still quite cold in terms of the upper air temperature. We're even colder down the south because nothing's happened to stir up the atmosphere. Under high pressure, it's mostly dry. By now, I suspect we might be having to start thinking about freezing fog patches becoming rather widespread. It's a cold day being forecast for the 27th of December. Temperatures are kind of like 3s, 4s, 5s really for most parts of the country. Colder than that for Scotland as well. And bear in mind, if we was to get freezing fog, you would probably be keeping temperatures at or below freezing all day. Very difficult to ascertain whether you do get freezing fog these days. It's nowhere near as common as it was just 10, 20 years ago. But you can still get freezing fog, and if we did, that would be a really cold 27th of December. This is 28th of December, Friday 28th, finds that high pressure still just about holding on, but it is slipping a little bit to the east. Low pressure is starting to head in from off the Atlantic. Upper air temperatures lifting up, particularly for western parts of the country, although down on the south, I suspect the inversion will still be going on to southern and eastern parts of the country. Some showery rain to the north and the west, but for England and Wales, it's mostly dry. Once again, and another cold day. Temperatures are beginning to lift up the west of Scotland and Northern Ireland, going up to around 7, 8 degrees. But for most of us, we're still struggling really with those temperatures. Pretty cold again. 3s, 4s, 5s under that area of high pressure will be colder than that if there's freezing fog. And bear in mind, there could be some dents. There could be frost as well early and late, or there will be frost early and late. That's Saturday the 29th. The high pressure is beginning to slip southwards then. We're starting to infiltrate more Atlantic winds around the top of the high pressure. So upper air temperatures are looking reasonably mild. And now the atmosphere is beginning to stir up a little bit. So that would start to lift the temperatures up on the surface. A lot of cloud being brought down with those west-northwesterly winds. Showery rain out in the north and the west. Temperatures are lifting up, so in the south we're up to around 10 or 11 degrees. In the north, still into single digits, but it certainly is a milder day for all of us compared to those days over and just after Christmas. Sunday the 30th of December goes back to pretty much where we start on the 23rd. On Sunday 23rd, we're back to where we started with those southwesterly winds, high pressure to the south, low pressure out to the north and the west. Upper air temperatures are looking mild or even very mild. A lot of heavy rain coming into the north and west as well. Ireland and Scotland look really wet. England and Wales mostly dry as we're approaching the new year. Very mild run up to New Year with temperatures around 10, 11, 12 degrees widely across many parts of the country. New Year's Eve has high pressure across central parts of Europe and low pressure out to the northwest. Again, we're dragging up this very mild southwesterly wind. So we end this remarkable year of 2018, which has had some remarkable weather. We end it on a very mild note. Upper air temperatures, again, we're wafting up 5 Celsius isotherms. It looks very mild, particularly for England and Wales. Heavy rain. Excuse me, heavy rain through the central part of the country, mainly dry in the southeast. Some showers up in the north. Bit of a north-south split with temperatures really mild across England and Wales, 12 to 13 degrees on New Year's Eve. Bit colder though for Scotland and the Northern Ireland. And then finally, that's how New Year's Day is looking. The first day of 2019 has high pressure again across many central and southern parts of Europe, and low pressure is out to the northwest. And we continue to bring up, certainly in the south anyway, this very mild southwesterly wind. Upper air temperatures find a little bit of colder air coming down to Scotland and Ireland, but for England and Wales, we're still looking really mild. We've got outbreaks of rain in the north and west. As it turns colder, some of that might turn a little bit wintry, but for England and Wales it's mostly dry. Proper north-south split setting up with the temperatures. Northern Ireland and Scotland looking cold at just 4, 5 or 6, but England and Wales looking very mild again for the first day of 2019 at 10, 11 or 12 degrees. So it looks mainly fine for Christmas and quite chilly, and we keep that cold frosty weather going for a few days after Christmas as well. And then we get to New Year and it turns very mild indeed. And would be typical really, because we haven't had a cold New Year for a very, very long time. I think you have to go back all the way to probably 1996 for the last time we had a cold and snowy New Year. And I think probably even had to go back further than that to 1978, 1979 for the last time we had real deep snow and deep sort of cold, really, really long time ago, 78, 79. So most New Years tend to be mild, so that would be pretty typical for what we often get. Anyway, that's right, the extended range of a GFS, I won't worry too much. Looks like we're firming up on Christmas though, and Christmas is looking, at the moment, it's looking rather chilly, a lot of dry weather, and possibly turning increasingly frosty in the days after Christmas. At least for a while, we might get some really quite cold weather just after Christmas. From frost and fog, not snow, high pressure dominated, but a fairly seasonable feeling Christmas being indicated at the moment. We've still got a couple more updates left to do, and the 22nd Christmas update will be with you on Tuesday. So come back for that then. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.